Welcome back to Rich Words Music, where today it's guitar comparison day. I've got my Harley Benton DC Junior Fat in limited edition Ferris Blue here, and one of my friends has given me the Harley Benton SC-450 P90 GT Classic series to try out against it. So we'll run them up and see how they feel in terms of quality, sounds and features, and I'll tell you which one I reckon you should probably spend your money on at the end of the day. Let's get into it. So these guitars might not look that similar, but what I really wanted to do was compare two Gibson-inspired models from the Harley Benton catalogue at different price points. Now the DC Junior Fat comes in at about $80, pounds or euros more than the SC-450, so let's see if it's worth it. And when we run through the specs and the features, you can kind of see where the money has been saved on this one and not saved on this one. The DC Junior Fat has a mahogany body, a mahogany set-in neck and an ebony fingerboard, whereas the SC-450 has a basswood body, a maple neck, and what Thomann referred to as a blackwood fingerboard. Now I went online and researched that, and blackwood seems to be some kind of torrefied, treated pine wood. It's exceedingly hard, very dark, I guess it's dyed, and apparently it should be very durable for years to come. It feels good, it looks good, and for me that's all I would want at this kind of price point really. Now, if I just lower these down here, we can look at the headstocks and see that you've got the Wilkinson Deluxe mini tuners here on the DC Junior Fat and a graphite nut, both of which come as standard. And this is where my friend Uwe, who owns the SC-450, modded his slightly. Now it originally comes as stock with standard just kind of plastic tuners, which he swapped out for Grover Deluxes, and he's also a tech and put a bone nut into his as well, and that's really helped the tuning stability as well as kind of the liveliness of the guitar, especially acoustically. Now, when you consider the prices, what it would cost you to do that to a guitar, it would probably cost you, let's say, about 100 euros for the work plus the parts. And so I'm thinking that once you've done that, this guitar is costing about the same as this one. So there is always that to take into consideration. Now just looking at the body finally here, we've got the two classic Soap Bar P90 ceramic single coils here on the SC-450, and on the DC Junior Fat, the stacked P90D Roswell pickup, which I've really come to love over the last few weeks, and I won't be swapping out of the guitar. So this one is totally stock, this one is not. It's had a few mods to bring it up to speed. So let's play them now, let's hear a few of the sound differences, let's see if I missed the neck pickup on this one, let's see if I missed the snarling bite of that bridge humbucking P90D on this one, and afterwards I shall tell you which one I think is probably best to spend your money on. Let's do it. Okay, so we've heard how both these guitars sound, and the big question is, which one should you buy? And hopefully this video has given you kind of an insight as to which would be better for your personal taste. From my side, I have to say that I'm happy with my decision a few weeks ago to spend the 240 euros or whatever it was on the DC Junior Fat. Here it does exactly what I would like it to do from this kind of guitar, but that's not to say that there are not myriad advantages from this guitar too. And in a perfect world I would own both of them, and I may indeed pick up one of these in the very near future. So the differences then, first off let's start with the quality. Now you would expect the DC Junior Fat to be slightly better quality straight out of the box. It's built to better wood standards. Let's say it has higher quality components, and it costs $80 to $100 euros more than the SC-450 does. And I have to say that straight out of the box it was perfect for me. It seemed to be set up just fine, no rough frets or anything like that. The tuners are great, the intonation was fine, it holds tune really well. It was straight out of the box a rock and roll machine. Now the SC-450 is about the same standard now, but my colleague Uwe, of course, put about 100 euros worth of work into it. He replaced the nut with a bone nut, he replaced the tuners with Grover Deluxe tuners, he fettled the neck, he polished the frets, and he also played around a lot with the pickup heights, trying to get the bridge and the neck to sound consistent. He hasn't quite managed that, and I don't know if that's a wider issue with these guitars or not. I can't say with any conviction because I haven't played others, but the neck pickup is still a little bit louder than the bridge, as you will have heard in the sound samples. Not to say that's a problem if you can work with it and you use the volume controls and that kind of thing, and when you put a bit more drive on and you have a bit more compression, that is less pronounced than it is on the clean channel. Now when it comes to the sounds, the one thing you absolutely can't replicate with this guitar is the authentic neck P90, of course. So if something you need is a P90 in the neck, or a single coil neck pickup, then you absolutely need to get one with a neck pickup. Goes without saying really. You can sort of replicate it with this in a way by winding down the tone control, playing with your picking hand a little bit closer to the fingerboard there, but it's not going to give you those genuine throaty, rich, fat, clean sounds that this one does. And I was genuinely pleasantly surprised with the sounds of this one and ended up playing it for quite a long time before I moved over to more sort of crunchy sounds. So that was really, really nice. When it came to the bridge pickups, by contrast, I would say that the stacked P90D on the DC Junior Fat was better to my ears than the bridge pickup of this one. It could handle more rocky and punky styles with ease, and it even went up to the badly played metal that I did for you at the end. Now that's not to say that you can't do high gain stuff with this P90 here. You'll get a little bit more noise than with the humbucking one, but it does have a really kind of biting sound that I think will come through in a band mix really, really nicely. So overall, at the end of the day, they can both play a wide variety of different styles. But now if you're looking for specific styles that go for neck pickup, bluesy, cleany sort of sounds, this is probably going to be your bag, and anything else, I would say go for this one. If you can, try them both out. I know that these are not sold in a variety of stores across the world or anything like that, but I know that many guitar players own Harley Bentons, so you must have a friend or two who can let you test these out at home before you make your own choice. If you do want any more information about either of these, click the links that I've put down below. All the specifications are there. There's many more playing samples down there as well, and there's plenty more YouTube demos. If you do want me to do a full demo of this one, which I haven't done yet, please write it in the comments and I will badger Uwe into giving me the guitar again for another day or so. If you haven't seen the full review I did of this one, the DC Junior Fat in Ferris Blue, please check that out as well. That would make my day if you did. Consider subbing to the channel and sticking around because I have many more frivolous guitar-based videos coming up. I've been Rich for Rich Words Music, and I shall see you in the next video. Bye for now.